Hello there, welcome to ITV News Meridian.
Tonight's headlines in the south.
The partially sighted student from Bournemouth who put his disabled bus pass to the test across the country. A partially sighted student from Bournemouth has made a film about the difficulties he encountered travelling the length of England by bus.
22-year-old Dan Bowhay, who grew up in Hampshire, spent 10 days travelling 850 miles using a disabled bus pass. Dan's 10-hour-long film showed the problems he faced.
I was inspired to do this trip over kind of concerns about the bus services in England. I grew up in Hampshire in Bishop's Waltham. In the last 10 years, I've seen the bus services go from 3 to 1. And as I come close to graduating in Bournemouth and thinking about moving home, I've kind of realised this isn't a viable place to return to in terms of the transport links I've had. I was also concerned about the disabled bus pass in terms of its usage times. It can't be used before 9:30 in the morning and it can't be used after 11 p.m, which kind of suggests the government doesn't view it as a tool for allowing disabled people to go to work and to go to education or attend appointments. The idea was to travel the length of the UK, doing the iconic journey from Land's End to John O'Groats, but also due to another limit of the pass, I had to stop at the Scottish border, which is where the pass cuts off. Whilst obviously not the intent from the pass, it gave me quite a good idea of what bus services were like across the country, travelling within the limits of this pass. I found during even the planning of the trip that I spent a good few weeks trawling through timetables, working out what a viable route would be, and even during the trip and in the lead up to the trip, those were changing. But during the trip, there was rarely a day where I wasn't waiting hours for an ill-timed connection or waiting for a bus that wasn't showing up and was 40, 50 minutes late.
I'm not convinced it's going to show up.
The main thing that kind of surprised me was only 3 buses had audio announcement. 1 bus had a screen, so I was quite surprised how limited those accessible technologies were actually there across the country. Along the journey, I filmed it and I've edited this together into this long, extended 10-hour-long take, which shows just how painfully slow this journey was, just how agonising it was. It was a journey that took me 10 days on the bus, and it's something you could drive in 1 day in a car. To improve the situation, I think councils need to put in the effort to bring their services back into public control, bring that money back into public hands and allow that to be reinvested into services, providing those socially necessary services that might not be profitable, and to invest into accessible technologies to make buses work for everyone.